The Bible has a message for young men that want to do great things in life, but are often looked down on because of their age. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 11 says, "Let no one look down on you because of your youth, but be an example and set a pattern for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in moral purity." And in life in general, people look down on me specifically a lot because I'm very young. I look younger than I actually am. And they look down on me, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in fitness, whether it's in like spiritual knowledge. It's honestly all areas of life. You look down on because you don't have experience. But that experience, lack of experience, I should say, does not disqualify you from leadership or influence or setting a good example for those to follow. This verse is a direct encouragement from Paul to Timothy, emphasizing that age is not a barrier for his spiritual leadership or influence. And instead, he calls him to be a good example. For Timothy's position as a spiritual leader in the church, godly character was far more important than any age or status. Age doesn't create wisdom, discipline, or competence. It only provides one the opportunity to do so. So a young man who trains, studies, stays disciplined, and fears God will often be more prepared for a God-given assignment than the older man who's become comfortable, lazy, or undisciplined. This verse serves as a reminder that youth is not a limitation. One can influence believers through consistent behavior positively or negatively. And in verse 14, it says, "Do not neglect the spiritual gift within you." Paul is telling Timothy not to waste his spiritual gifts. And you and I have been given spiritual gifts as well to be used for the benefit of the kingdom. So do not waste them just because you may be young. You may be lacking that experience that the older generation has. Use your gifts anyway. And if this was valuable, make sure you follow me to get weekly scripture every Monday at 6 p.m.